is the toughest fiber. Hello children. So hello children, welcome to AIMS India's live class session. So today from physics subject, this motion topic we are going to continue. So actually we are extremely sorry. Due to technical problem, we were not able to conduct a live class for 9th and 10th class yesterday. So same, day before yesterday, whatever topic we have taught, from there only we are going to continue the topic. So actually, in previous day before yesterday, what we have learned? So we have learnt about uniform motion and non-uniform motion, and about speed we have discussed, about average speed, regarding average speed we have discussed, and about uniform speed, and about instantaneous speed. Okay, up to here the content we have discussed regarding uniform and non-uniform motion, and after that about definition of speed and types of speed. So next, in continuation to last class, so we are going to learn about our next concept called velocity. So next concept called velocity. Okay. So here velocity of a body is the, sorry, it is not distance here, it should be displacement. Here it should be displacement. So velocity of a body is the displacement traveled by it per unit time in a given direction. Per unit time in a given direction. Suppose a person starts from point A. A person starts from point A. He went up to B. He went up to point B in a straight line. In a straight line towards east direction. Towards east direction. So then, suppose if he has traveled 10 meter. For traveling 10 meter, he might have taken time 5 seconds. He might have taken time 5 seconds. So then, for 1 second, how much displacement he might have traveled? How much displacement he might have traveled? Please let me explain the condition once again. A person is at point A. He went in a straight line towards east direction up to point B, which is situated at a distance of 10 meters. But as he is traveling in straight line in one direction, we call it as a displacement instead of distance, because displacement means the distance in specified direction is called displacement. So whenever we travel in a straight line, or whenever our direction is constant, our direction is in one direction only, at that time distance will be considered as displacement. Distance will be considered as displacement. So here, whatever path shortest possible path the person is covering, it is called as displacement. Here the displacement is 10 meter. Displacement means from first place he came to second place. From first place he came to second place. So there is change in his place in this during this 5 seconds. During this 5 seconds. Now my question is, in 5 questions, if he changes his place by 10 meter, so then what about 1 second? Somebody giving answer through live chat. So Madhavi, Lakshmi, somebody giving the answer. Okay, very good. What I am telling, 10 meter he travelled in 2 seconds. 10 meter he travelled in 2 seconds. If I divide, what I will get? 5 meter per second. And in 1 second he travelled 5 meters. In 1 second he travelled 5 meters. Okay. In 1 second he travels 5 meters. So 1 second means what we have to think? 1 second is the unit time. 1 second is the unit time. How much displacement happened in unit time? 5 meters. So 5 meter displacement happened in 1 second unit time. So this 5 meter per second we call it as a velocity. We call it as a velocity. So what is velocity? The displacement travelled by an object in unit time. Displacement travelled by an object in unit time. But here one condition is very, very important. In a given direction, direction should be constant. Direction should not change. How we will get velocity? By dividing complete displacement by complete time. 10 meter per 2 seconds. If we divide displacement by total displacement by total time, automatically we will get velocity of the object. Velocity of the object. Let me repeat the definition once again. Let me repeat the definition once again. What is the definition here? What is the definition here? Velocity of a body is the displacement. Here, distance in given direction. Actually, this definition also right, because what we are telling here, distance. Here, what is the condition here? In a given direction. Distance in a given direction is called displacement. Distance in a given direction is called displacement. So, velocity of a body is displacement travelled by a body per unit time. Displacement travelled by a body per unit time. Okay. So, because here distance travelled by a body in given direction, they have mentioned here, it is also called as displacement. It is also called as displacement. As it depends on direction, we call it as a vector. We call it as a vector. We call it as a vector. I think you have idea about scalars and vectors. You have idea about scalars and vectors. What are scalars and vectors? Now, length. If I take length, L, length is a scalar. Length is a scalar. Or time, if we take the example of time. What is time? Time is a scalar because we can observe time in any direction. We can observe time in any direction. It does not depend on the direction or mass of a object. Mass of a object will be some grams or kgs. It does not depend on direction. So, mass of a object 10 kg, 10 kg or 10 kilogram. It is having only value. This 10 kg we call it as value, or in physics another terminology is there. We call it as magnitude. What ma? Value in physics is called as magnitude. So scalars like time, mass, they will have only magnitude, no direction. But whereas vector means, suppose force is there. Suppose force is there. What is force? Force you have to apply. In what direction you will apply the force? In the same direction object will move. In the same direction object will move. Suppose 10 Newton force you have applied, but in what direction? There you have to mention the direction: north, west, east, south. In which direction you have applied the force, that direction you have to mention here. So that's why force is called as a vector. That's why force is called as a vector. So in physics we have two quantities. What are they? One is scalar, another one is vector. Scalar means they will have only value, no direction. What are the examples of scalars? Mass, time, like that quantities. What is vector? Vector means it will have value along with that direction. Now here displacement also a vector. Why? Means it will have direction. Because displacement is vector, here velocity, this velocity also depends on displacement. Velocity also vector. Velocity also vector. While traveling on bike, what our parents will tell? Don't go with more speed. They will make use of the word speed. Why? Means while going on bike, our direction will change continuously. Our direction will change continuously based on the road. Always it won't be in a straight line. So there we will make use of the word speed because it is a scalar. It don't depend on direction. But whereas this velocity and displacement, they are vectors. This velocity and displacement, they are vectors. Okay. Next. So here, velocity. What is the definition of velocity? We can also call it as a ratio of displacement and time. Ratio of displacement and time, or displacement by time taken. Its formula is S by T, where S stands for displacement, V stands for velocity, T stands for time taken. T stands for time taken. V for velocity, S for displacement, T for time taken. So the SI, do you know the meaning of SI system? International System of Units. What is SI system? In olden days, we have FPS, CGS, MKS system. Now we are following SI system. All over the countries, they are following SI system. According to that system, the unit of velocity is meter per second. Meter per second. Or we can also write ms to the power of minus 1. ms to the power of minus 1, or kilometers per hour. Kilometers per hour, or shortcut. We can also write it as kmph. We can also write it as kmph. Okay. Any doubt, ma, regarding this topic? You can ask me through live chat. You can ask me through live chat. Okay. Is it clear? What is velocity? Velocity is an example of which quantity? Come on, give the answer through live chat. Velocity. What is velocity? What is velocity type? Which quantity it is? Okay, try to give answer through live chat. Come on, Cherry, what is your doubt? You can ask the doubt. Okay, Kadarwali given the first answer, vector. Very good, Ramesh Reddy, Siddesh Reddy, everybody. Okay, Nursing, P Reddy, vector. Very good, ma. Velocity is a vector. Velocity is a vector. Why velocity is a vector? Because it is depending on direction. It is depending on direction. So somebody asking for, please again explain, sir. Okay. Okay, ma. So that because it's a velocity is a simple topic, from 6th class onwards you might be learning. Okay. So Ramesh, please tell it again. Okay, ma. Let's see. So here velocity 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 depends on direction. Velocity depends on displacement. So displacement is a vector. So that's why velocity also vector. Displacement means going in straight line, going in one direction. So the objects which follow only one direction, which depends on direction, we call them as vectors. Okay, next. So uniform velocity. So here you are having the word velocity. So here it has to be underlined. So specified direction. Direction is constant. So the body is moving in a straight line. As we have told direction here, we can make use of the word distance instead of displacement, or we can write displacement. When we can say that a body is moving with uniform velocity, what is the meaning of uniform? Same. What is the meaning of uniform? Same. Means if a body travels equal distances or equal displacements in equal intervals of time, no matter how small these time intervals may be, so then it is said to be moving with uniform velocity. Means in 1 second it has traveled 10 meter. Next again 1 second it has traveled 10 meter. Again 1 second it has traveled 10 meter. Here what is 1 second? It is the time interval. What is time second? 1 second. It is the time interval. In your school also you will be having interval time or break time. How much time? 15 minutes. 12:30 to 12:45. The between time is called time interval. So whatever time is there between 12:30 and 12:45, that between time is called time interval. So here what is the time interval? 1 second. So in 1 second time interval, body has moved 10 meter. Again after 1 second, 10 meter. Again after 1 second, 10 meter. So by this, what we can tell? In equal intervals of time, the body is covering equal displacement. So it is moving with a uniform velocity. But here this distance is happening in straight line. So we can also call it as a displacement. Okay, we can also call it as a displacement. When the speed of the bus increases, what we can tell? The velocity also changes. If the speed changes, automatically velocity also changes. What? If the value of the speed changes, then velocity automatically changes. That is first type. What is second type? The speed is constant. But the bus is changing direction. The bus coming like this on straight road, 50 km per hour, with same speed, it went like this. Here also 50 km per hour speed. Here the value of the speed does not change. Once again listen carefully. In this case, the value of the speed does not changed. But the direction of the speed changed. But velocity, what is velocity? This is 50 km per hour. Downside means south. But what about this one? 50 km per hour Right side means east. Right side means east. Now this is the 50 kilometer per south. This is the 50 kilometer per hour east. So velocity changed. What we have to tell? Velocity changed. Okay. Now here what we have learnt? The velocity. Once again let me repeat. Here the velocity of a body can be changed in two ways. Can be changed in two ways. What are they? By changing the speed. By changing the speed of the body. Here speed means what? Value of the speed. By changing the value of the speed, automatically velocity will change. What is the second thing? Speed is constant. Speed is not changing. But what is changing? Direction is changing. So then also velocity will be changed. So then also velocity will be changed. Okay. Okay, ma? So, come on, tell me through live chart. Velocity can be changed in how many ways? Come on, through live chart, try to give the answer. Velocity can be changed in how many ways? Anybody? Through live chart? Velocity can be changed by how many ways? Nursing Rajita, Kondareddy, Srinivas Reddy, Yashodan, Siddheshwar Reddy 2, Shekhar 2. Very good. Velocity can be changed in two ways. Velocity can be changed in two ways. Very good, ma. Velocity can be changed in two ways. What are they? By changing the value of the speed, by changing the direction of the speed. By changing the value of speed, by changing the direction of the speed. Okay, next. So, average velocity. So, here, average velocity. So, here, what is average velocity? Already in day before yesterday class, we have told average speed. Example also we have done there. If you want, you can revise that class. All these things already regarding speed we have learnt. Okay, average. So suppose in an exam, I got 40 marks. My friend has got 60 marks. I got 40 marks in physics subject. My friend has got 60 marks in physics subject. What is the average of our marks? What is the average of our marks? 40 plus 60 by 2 or 100 by 2. So what is the average mark? 50. Total marks by number of items. Total sum of items by number of items. This is the definition for normal average. But here regarding velocity, average velocity is defined as ratio of. Ratio means like this, fraction. Ratio of total displacement by total time. Total. Here you have to write down another word. Total displacement by total time. Total displacement by total time. Because here velocity is a vector. So that's why what we are telling V bar. This V bar represents for it is a vector. It is having direction. Now here in this path, a body has traveled in this path. In the beginning, velocity is V1. In the beginning, velocity is V1. After some time, velocity is V2. Beginning position is at A. After that, position is at B. What is the displacement? Shortest possible path. This is not the displacement. This curved line, original path. Original path, we call it as distance. Original path, we call it as distance. Shortest possible path, straight line. Shortest possible path, straight line, we call it as a displacement. we call it as a displacement. So average velocity means we should not do like this, like what we have done here regarding marks, regarding velocity. We should not do like this, v1 bar plus v2 bar by 2. Okay, so that's why we should not do like this. What we have to do, what is the total displacement? For traveling that displacement, it much has taken how much time? Total displacement by total time. Like that, if we do means, we will get the average velocity value. Okay, we will get the average velocity value. Okay, ma? So let me repeat once again. So if regarding marks, we can write 40 plus 60 by 2. Regarding marks, we can write 40 plus 60 by 2. Here 40 plus 60 by 2, 100 by 2, 50. Like that, we cannot add our velocities for finding average velocity. v1 bar plus v2 bar by 2. Like that, we should not tell. How to calculate average velocity? What is the total displacement? What is total displacement? The shortest possible path. Straight line. Straight line from beginning point to ending point. Total displacement. Because displacement also vector. So that's why they are telling d bar. Sometimes they will tell s bar. Sometimes they will tell s bar. Sometimes they will tell d bar. Here v bar, velocity. They are telling just t. T bar not telling, because t is a scalar. T is a scalar. So like this we can find average velocity. So like this we can find average velocity. Okay. Next. So okay, instantaneous. Suppose if you go, if I take one pin, if I take one normal pin, and if I pin with that on your hand, if I press with that pin on your hand, what you will do? You will take your hand back. Immediately you will take your hand back. Instantly means very fast. Instantly means very fast. Means when I touched you with the pin at that particular time, at that instant only, when it has touched you, during that contact, you will take back your hand. So that is called instant. Means at that particular time. At that particular time. Here, velocity also at one particular time or at one particular instant, we call it as the instantaneous velocity. Means the velocity of the object under motion at a specific point of time. Note down this word, children. What is this word? Specific point of time, which means instant. Specific point of time means from throughout the journey. Suppose I have traveled for 1 hour. I have traveled for 1 hour from point A to point B. Here my velocity v1, here v2, here v3, here v4, here v5. My velocity is changing. Overall I can calculate average velocity. Overall I can calculate average velocity. But if anybody asks what is the velocity at that particular instant, what is the velocity during this point C? What is the velocity during this point C? So then it will be considered as VI, instantaneous velocity at point C. It does not depends on whole journey. It does not depends on whole journey. At this specific point of time, whatever velocity is there, that is called as instantaneous velocity. But whereas average velocity will depend on total journey. Average velocity will depend on total journey. Okay, children? This is about instantaneous velocity. Okay. Now we have learned 3 types of velocity. Uniform velocity, average velocity, instantaneous velocity. And one more example is there. non-uniform means during equal times different displacements, or during equal displacements, for equal displacement it might take different times. Either time may be different or displacement may be different. If like that the body is moving, then we call it as non-uniform. Actually, when a body is moving, how it will move? In equal time, it will cover equal distance. So then it is uniform. If it does not follow, it will go in any manner in equal time, like different distances it will go. So then it is non-uniform. Very simple it is. So next. So this speed and velocity, actually both are same. Actually, so here this in common terminology, in daily usage, we think this both terms are same. Both terms are same. Here speed is distance by time. Speed is distance by time. Velocity is displacement by time. Here also d by t, here also d by t. But here what is the condition? We have to keep d bar. D above d we have to keep bar. Above d we have to keep bar. Why? Means displacement will have direction. Distance will never have direction. Distance means total path. Displacement means shortest possible path. Displacement means shortest possible path. Okay. Shortest possible path. So here this is the main difference. Speed is a scalar. Why? Means distance is a scalar. Velocity is a vector. Why? Means displacement is a vector. So sometimes they may be equal. In what time? If the body is traveling in straight line in one direction, then both the values are equal. If the body changes its direction, then both the values will be different. Both the values will be different. So here the magnitude. Come on, tell me children, what is the meaning of magnitude? Come on, 3 through live chat. Through live chat. Somebody asking, sir, please give an example. Please give an example. Regarding what, ma? Regarding what? Suppose here Earth. Earth is moving around the sun. So Earth is moving around the sun. Earth is moving around the sun. Where? In what direction? The direction of the Earth is changing continuously. The direction of the Earth is changing continuously. So that's why we call it as a speed. That's why we call it as a speed. Why? Means the body is not traveling, the Earth is not traveling in same direction. Its direction is changing continuously. Whereas if Earth is like a ball, if you take a ball, it is rolling. It is rolling on a table. Suppose if you roll the ball, for the ball, the center point will be there, center of mass. If you observe the center of mass, this point of the ball, if you observe, after some time the ball will be here, ball will be here, ball will be here. What about the center point of the ball? It is moving in a straight line. So this center point of the ball is moving with a velocity. Earth is moving with a speed. Earth is moving with a speed. Okay. The movement of Earth, we can call it as a speed. The movement of center of mass of a ball, we can call it as a velocity. We can call it as a velocity. Okay. Somebody, what I mean, somebody, I asked magnitude. Some of them given the answer value. Very good. P. Reddy, Ramesh, Narsimharu given answer value, very good. Konareddy Srinivas Reddy, he told specific direction. No ma, wrong. Magnitude means value. It's not direction. Magnitude is different. Direction is different. Both are different. Okay. Somebody telling specific direction, wrong. Somebody telling numerical value also wrong. Very good, ma. See, because of asking question, 1 point. 1 point here we have got. What is this? What is this? That means magnitude means 10 kg. 10 kg is called as a magnitude. 10 kg is called as a magnitude. 10 kg means 10 kilogram. Here 10 is the numerical value, kg is the kilogram. The combination of numerical value and unit. Numerical value is n and unit is u. The product of both is called magnitude, which is denoted by the symbol P. Which is denoted by the symbol P. Okay. So numerical value is wrong. Numerical value is wrong. Magnitude is a product of numerical value and unit. Numerical value and unit. Suppose now my question is is 20. If I write 20, if I write the length of a body is 20, the length of a body is 20, is it correct? If I write length of a body is 20, is it correct? Somebody asking, I didn't understand, sir. Please see this example, you can understand. See this example, you can understand. Length of a body is 20, I have written. Is it correct? No, because length of a body 20 means it won't give complete meaning. It won't give complete meaning because if there is no unit, is it centimeter or is it meter or is it kilometer or what? We don't have complete idea if unit is not mentioned. Okay. Suppose length of a body is there. What we have written? 20 we have written. But 20 what? 20 centimeter means very small. 20 meter means somewhat big. 20 kilometer means very big. 20 kilometer means very big. If we keep unit after the numerical value, then only it will have a meaning. Because here length is a physical quantity which can be measured. Suppose length. If anybody asks you to measure length, according to physics subject, you can take one scale and you can measure the length. Here scale is the measuring instrument. Scale is the measuring instrument. Length is the quantity. So you have taken scale. You went for measuring length. How much answer you have got? 20 meters. If you tell only 20, answer will be wrong. What you have to tell? 20 meter or 20 centimeter or 20 kilometer. Like that you have to give the answer. Here, if anybody asks, what is the magnitude of length? So then what you have to tell? 20 meter or 20 centimeter or 20 kilometer. Like that, you have to tell the numerical value. Along with that, unit also you have to tell. Okay. When you find the length of a body, while giving the answer, what you have to give? You have to give the numerical value and you have to tell how you have measured in centimeters, meters or kilometers. That also you have to tell. So the combination of these two or the product of these two is called as a magnitude. Let me take another example. Suppose, if anybody asks, if you go to doctor if you go to doctor due to fever or due to any illness, what the doctor will tell? Their weighing machine will be there. In the clinic, weighing machine will be there. There you have to cross check your weight. You have to cross check your weight. What will be your weight? What will be your weight? What you will tell? 55 kg. What will be your weight? 55 kg. Here we are measuring weight. We are measuring weight. Weight is a quantity. What is weight here? Weight is a physical quantity. Okay. Weight is a physical quantity. For measuring weight, what you need? You need an instrument. Somebody asking illness. Illness means you are not feeling well. Illness means you are not feeling well. So, for measuring weight, what I need? I need an instrument like weighing machine. Here, I have taken a weighing machine. So, I want to measure weight. I want to measure a quantity. I have taken instrument like weighing machine. After measurement, I have to give the answer. But how I will give the answer? Just if I tell 55, my weight is 55, will it give complete sense? No, 55 grams or 55 milligrams. If you take 55 milligrams, you should be of size of a Lilliput. Okay, if your weight is 55 grams or 55 milligrams, your size will be like a small insect or Lilliput. Small insect or Lilliput. When you say 55 kg, like that only, we can consider that you are a man or you are a boy, like that. Because if there is no unit, the complete sense will change. The complete sense will change. So here 55 kg is the magnitude. What is 55 kg? 55 kg is the magnitude of weight. Magnitude of weight. Magnitude of weight. Magnitude means it's a combination of numerical value and unit. Numerical value and unit. What is the symbol of magnitude? Symbol of magnitude is P. P can be written as N into U. Okay. I hope you have understood. If still you have any doubt, please go through the revision of video. Okay. 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 So near. So what is the difference between speed and velocity means? Speed and velocity means the average speed of a moving body can never be zero, because speed means it won't depend on direction. It won't depend on direction. Average speed means we have started moving. We can move in any way. We can move in any way. We can come back to original place. We can come back to original place. But what is average speed? Total distance means total during forward journey, during return journey, total distance by total time. So it can never be zero. Speed can never be zero. Average speed can never be zero. But what about velocity? Velocity means, suppose from your house you went on a straight line, went to school, and in straight line you came back to home. You came back to home. From home in straight line you went to school. From there again in straight line you came back to home. What is your change in position from beginning to ending? No change. You at the first moment you are at home. At the ending also you are at home. What is your displacement from starting point to ending point? Zero. Your displacement is zero. Here velocity depends on displacement. Displacement by time. Here what is velocity? Displacement by time. Displacement means d bar by time. What is displacement? Starting position, ending position, measurement. Starting position, ending position same. So this displacement value is 0. 0 by time, velocity will be 0. So Speed can never be 0, but velocity can be 0. But velocity can be 0. Velocity can be 0. Okay. So, okay, children. So, today we have learned about velocity. See, it is taking today we have less topic we have discussed because of the word magnitude. So, yesterday also due to technical problem, the class was cancelled. So, on Saturday you are going to have exam. So, regarding that, tomorrow we are going to discuss some kinds of problems so that you will have idea regarding the online exam. Okay, children? So, have a good day. So, here you can subscribe our channel. Please subscribe our channel. If you go to YouTube, there, if you come to this corner, you will get this symbol, subscribe. You can just click on that symbol. The channel will be subscribed so that you will get notifications. Okay.